Hello, welcome to my tour of my Minecraft Tardis map. As you can see, we started out here in the 12th Doctor's console room. I am going to give you a preview of all the console rooms that you can see in in this map. There is a ton more to see besides the console rooms, but this is just a little sneak peek, a little preview of what you can find. I elected to go with the 12th look, the 12th Doctor's look, as opposed to a little more sterile 11th Doctor. But there is a ton of little goodies, lots of fun things to see and find. We're pretty deep in the map. The actual end of the map, well, not really the end of the map, but the words that won't come out of my mouth. Deeper into the map, you find the newer stuff, and the beginning of the map tends to focus more on the classic era. But let's teleport. Nice lingering shots here, and then I shall teleport you all to the 11th Doctor's console room. Okay, we are back. Come here to see the 11th Doctor's console room. This is one of the more unusual ways to enter the console room. But there are a ton of doors in and out of the 11th Doctor's console room in the show, so I wanted to keep that accurate and make sure that all of uh, all of the doors led somewhere. Right now, just because there are so many doors and a finite amount of rooms that are canonically in the show. Not all of them lead somewhere yet, but in later versions of the map, I will add more rooms and more content to see. But as you can see, this is the 11th Doctor's console room. And I like to call this one the rib cage console. It's kind of hard to unsee it once once you see it. And I discovered this while building this. It was one of the hardest ones to make, just because of how unusual the structure is. It's not circular or sort of obvious how everything fits together and where things should be placed in the scale and all that. So I started it 2 or 3 times, I think, before I finally got a place I liked it. But in building it, I sort of noticed that this side and this side are kind of like ribs, like a rib cage, and that would make the console itself the heart of the TARDIS. And I don't know if that was a deliberate choice, but I like to think it was. A little fun little nod. Right, there's the viewing screen. And I get lost in here, and I made it. Yeah, entrance, in and out. So let's head to the 9th and 10th Doctor's console rooms. And teleport. Okay, here we are at the entrance to the 9th and 10th Doctor's console room. This one was really interesting to make because I wasn't really sure what to do color-wise. I think that the actual set is not nearly as orange and as corally as it looks in the show, because the lighting makes it orange and corally. So I elected to go with the way the lighting looks as opposed to the way perhaps the actual material looks, just to make it seem more authentic to the experience of feeling like you really just stepped into the 10th Doctor's console room. As you may have noticed, I got a little creative license, and I added a door on the 4th wall, not a metaphorical 4th wall, like the literal 4th wall. Assuming the TV always shows you this. And there's clearly other ways. There's clearly ways in and out of the console room. I elected to add a door that you never see in the show itself to this console room. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Okay, And we are now at the War Doctor's console room. I elected to build this, just, I wanted to just build everything that you see in the show somewhere in this TARDIS. And this is, I'm pretty happy with this one. I like the solution I came up with for the more grizzled look of the sort of coral arches that you see later in 9 and 10s. I really love how this TARDIS is sort of a mix um, between the classic and modern eras of the show. I'm really satisfied with the way it came out. So hold on to your horses, folks, and we'll head back into the classic period, or I guess if you want to consider the Eighth Doctor classic, Doctor Who. Okay, here we are at the entrance to the Eighth Doctor's console room. I am super happy with the way this turned out. It was a little more complex, just because the set is the set itself is so shadowed in the background that I had to take some creative license to figure out what exactly was going on in the set. I couldn't find any like blueprints or anything. And it may look like I didn't finish the ceiling, but it's a surprise. As you walk around, you'll see weather effects and what happens to the room then. I'm really quite happy. There's lots of little fun tidbits and references to the movie here. So I really am quite happy with how this one turned out. Okay, so hold on, and we'll teleport to the true blue classic era. Okay, guys, now we're at the 5th, 6th, and 7th Doctor's console rooms. As you can see, it's fairly simple. I know there are slight differences between the various Doctor's console rooms, but this is sort of the main look that the 5th, 6th, and 7th Doctor had, and to some degree the 4th Doctor as well. I elected to go with a more I elected to go with the sort of classic look. This is sort of the classic console room that people think of who are into Doctor Who during the classic period. This is what the console room they think of. So it's pretty sparse, but I'm quite happy with it. So yeah, okay, we'll teleport back to the first Doctor's console room now. Now, there is an alternative 4th Doctor's console room, and it is in the TARDIS. It is in my TARDIS map, but I'm electing not to show it to you because I'm mean like that. And I know that technically the 3rd Doctor had a console room, but it was not terribly different than this. There was some differences with the circles and the walls and such, but I elected to sort of go with this as a representative to avoid having a ton of really similar looking console rooms in this TARDIS. Okay, so we shall teleport to the last console room now. And here we are at the first Doctor's console room. This one was really fun to make. It's sort of tricky just because the console room changed some as the show went on. New rooms, little side rooms would be added and taken away. But I went with the sort of classic very first episode look of it, and that and an edge of destruction. The Edge of Destruction were my main inspirations for this. And there is more to this area, but I'm just going to focus on the console area right now. So I'm really happy with this TARDIS build. It was all laid by hand. I only used MC Edit to move around the rooms, but everything else was just me laying a block individually. And the first few rooms, I graphed them, but as I got a sense of how it was built, I just sort of started to wing it. It's built on the idea that you were actually 3 blocks high, even though Minecraft has you at 2 blocks high. But I felt the proportions worked better for that. Oh, look, it's raining. Um, I felt the proportions worked better for that, for what I could do in Minecraft. This is, like I said earlier, the first version of the map. There will be a version 2, which will focus on rooms that are canonically in the TARDIS, um, things that are mentioned in the show or extended media, and then there might be a third version where I just add whatever rooms catch my fancy. Uh, yeah, but this current version has everything that you see in the TV show, the classic show, or the movie, or the modern show. So I will be putting this map up for download relatively soon. I will also probably do another video with a full tour for people who want to see who maybe don't have access to Minecraft or aren't interested in buying Minecraft. So thanks so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Bye!